your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Workman Mechanical. With personalized service, Workman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Workman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at workmanmechanical.com.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, filled with certainty.
Our blueprint at 84 Lumber started with the simplest of ideas: hire good people, provide excellent service, add value. From that foundation, we created our structure and shaped an industry. We build projects, homes, dreams, neighborhoods. We build careers, lives, futures. We build success. 84 Lumber.
As that is going to be in there for a looking strike three call. It is a backwards K in the books as the second baseman goes down. Grounded, bouncing ball fielded by the third baseman. The play is not in time, and the Cavaliers have won the ball game.
This is the Sabermetrics pregame show, live on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
A first in my Valley League career, it is a resumption game here in Culpeper as the Valley Baseball League and the Culpeper Cavaliers welcome you into this presentation of Summer Collegiate Baseball. This evening's North-South Division resumption matchup is between the visiting Front Royal Cardinals and your Culpeper Cavaliers here from Culpeper County High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls near and far, and welcome into the Sabermetrics pregame show of this evening's ball game. Before I get too far into things, just want to say tonight's game will begin at 7:15 p.m. That is mainly because Front Royal showed up at around 6:30, so we're going to give them a little bit of time to warm up, so that means the Sabermetrics pregame show will be modified a little bit, but that's okay because I didn't have a whole lot that I wanted to talk about anyways, and I was going to let the broadcast itself do more talking than myself. So, again, tonight's game will begin at 7:15 due to Front Royal showing up a little late, and there is, funny story, there is some weather threatening the area, so we're just, at this point, just trying to see if we can get these last two outs of the ball game into play. By the way, this evening's game, also with it being a resumption, will resume in the bottom half of the fifth inning from the game that took place on June 26th. That means bottom of the fifth, the Cardinals have a 4-3 lead. Colby Motley coming up to the dish with an 0-1 count. And on that note, I'm going to let the broadcast do the talking for me now at this point, as we've got a little bit of a new feature that I've kind of wanted to throw into the broadcast and certainly will this evening, is we're going to take a look at the highlights so far of that evening's ball game. So without further ado, let's take a look at what was the first 4.5 innings of play on June 26th. Here comes the first pitch. That is going to be bounced. Coming to home is Ethan Belk, and he's going to slide in with no play made, and the Cavaliers strike first. Cards have one, possibly two in scoring position. First pitch comes in. It's a wild pitch. Coming home is going to be Quezada, and it's a tie ball game. So a wild pitch scores a run for the Cardinals. They now have tied the ball game up. Now a 1-1 score. Santino Dialis, a Bethel Park, PA native, 6'6", 190-pound righty, sophomore out of Seton Hall, as that's going to be lifted and bounces in front of second base. The play at second is going to be in time for the out, but a run does score, And so the Cavaliers get the fielder's choice to go their way. And the game is now tied again. So do the math. That's lifted and over a jumping bland at short. Coming in is Donovan Mitchell, and the Cavs take the lead. It is an RBI single for Robinson Martin. And the Cavaliers retake the lead at 3-2. Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be lined up, going to score a run. Drops into the left center gap for a base hit. Going to score 2. The throw is made, and it is not on target, as it is now a 2-run added to the Cardinals. They now take a 4-3 lead.
I believe that, I'm not sure if the umpire's going over.
And fans are standing up, so I think we're in a delay.
Yeah, lightning delay. I'm not sure if that was caught on the screen, on the camera there, but there was a bright flash of lightning. So doesn't appear to be rain in the area, but definitely there is some lightning in the area. So we will be in at least a 30-minute delay at the moment.
And that was just some of the action on June 26th. For those that tuned in within the last couple of moments, that was highlights from the June 26th start of this evening's game. And it looks like we're going to get rolling here in just a moment. So, again, just a kind of an impromptu start to this evening's game. Again, this is a resumption of the June 26th game. So we'll take a look quickly at the lineups and the defensive alignment for the Front Royal Cardinals. They're led by head coach Mike Smith and assistant coaches Colby Childs and Cole Thomason. In the leadoff spot, playing in center field from Spring Church, Pennsylvania, 5'8", 170-pound righty junior out of Slippery Rock University. Number 3, Brandon Butler. Batting second as the designated hitter from Land O'Lakes, Florida. 6'1", 205-pound righty sophomore out of Santa Fe College. Number 6, Ryan Chase. Batting third, playing at third base from San Francisco, California, a 6', 185-pound righty junior who is undecided at this time. Number 12, Gabriel Malara. Cleaning up and playing in left field from Pittsburgh, PA, a 5'11", 185-pound righty junior out of Akron. Number 5, Austin Lafferty. Batting fifth and doing the catching from Clarksburg, Maryland, a 6'3", 215-pound righty senior out of Richmond. Number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner. Batting sixth and playing at first base from Gainesville, Virginia, a 6'1", 220-pound righty sophomore out of Frederick Community College. Number 25, Cooper Harris. Batting seventh and playing at second base from Lakeland, Florida, a 5'10", 185-pound lefty-righty junior out of San Diego State. Number 15, Joshua Quezada. Batting eighth and playing in right field from Palm City, Florida, a 6', 170-pound righty junior out of Dyersburg State Community College. Number 2, Grant Galuli. And batting ninth and playing at shortstop from Meridian, Mississippi, a 6'1", 185-pound righty sophomore out of Troy University. Number 9, Perrin Bland. And on the mound to start things off for the Cardinals this evening from Hatfield, PA, a 6', 220-pound righty senior out of Chestnut Hill College. Number 38, Colby Seelig. And I'm not quite sure if I'll get the Cavaliers lineup in time, but I'm going to roll with it anyways, as the Cavaliers are led this season by head coach Brandon Mack and assistant coaches Trevor Mack, Josh Gardner, Zach Smith, and A.J. Stead. In the leadoff spot for the Cavaliers in this resumption, from playing in right field from Rock Hill, South Carolina, 5'10", 180-pound righty junior out of Wofford College. Number 5, Ethan Belk. Batting second and playing at second base from Memphis, Tennessee, 5'7", 170-pound redshirt freshman out of Louisiana State, Eunice. Number 13, Robinson Martin. And I'm actually going to, or I'll take that back because Brandon Mack is still coming to home plate. So I'm going to hold off here for a second and keep going. Batting third doing the catching from New Hill, North Carolina, 6'2", 205-pound sophomore out of Rutgers. Number 8, Caden Christman. Batting fourth and playing at first base from Williamsburg, Virginia, a 6'3", 220-pound righty redshirt freshman out of Wallace Community College. Number 12, Colby Motley, who is actually batting now. Batting fifth, playing at shortstop from Severn, Maryland, a 6'4", 205-pound righty senior out of UNC Charlotte. Number 38, Caleb Estes. And I think at this point I'm going to have to stop and just hold off here. So here we go for this resumption game. Colby Motley up to the dish. A man on third, 1 out is down. He's got an 0-1 count on the start. And the first pitch after the 0-1 comes in, it's going to miss strike two rather. 0-2 now the count for Colby Motley. Again, we are restarting from where we left off. So the pitch comes in, swing and a miss for strike three, and Motley's going to go down after his first two pitches of the ball game. Out number 2 on the board. Little crazy town here.
Shortstop number 38, Caleb Estes.
So Caleb Estes comes up to follow Colby Motley, who struck out swinging for out number 2, and now Caleb Estes comes up. Just to refresh everybody, he went 0 for 2 before the game ended. Struck out swinging, flew out to left field. The pitch comes in. That's going to be down the middle for a strike. 0-1 to start things off here for Caleb Estes in plate appearance number 3 of the entire game. Again, this is a resumption of the game on June 26th. Was suspended in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Didn't get it in completely. That's going to be lifted up. Foul territory out of play. 0-2.
Well, I should say the game's over technically.
So the Cavaliers looking to get Robinson Martin, who stands at third base, in to tie the game. They trail 4-3. That's where we stand, actually where we stood during the suspension on June 26th. So you could say this game took a month to get in if you really want to look at it that way. 0-2, 2 down. Caleb Estes at the dish. Here comes the pitch. That is going to be just missed outside for ball 1. So Seelig deals the first ball of his appearance this evening. 1-2 to Caleb Estes. As the pitch comes in, that's going to be outside ball 2. Now an even 2-2.
I think they're just like, you know what, it's going from west to east away from us.
As the pitch is set, 2-2 from Seelig. 2 outs down. The pitch comes in, grounded foul. That would have been a nice one if it would have gapped between the shortstop and the third baseman Blandon Malara. That actually would have tied the game there. So we're going to stay 2-2, 2 down. Caleb Estes coming up to the dish. He's had a hot last week, or at least last couple of games. Pitch comes in, lined and fouled back, and he's keeping his at-bat alive and getting his money's worth. 2-2 with 2 outs down here. Again, we're resuming play from June 26th. If you missed the little bit of the Sabermetrics pregame show that we got, saw a little bit of the highlights of that game so far, and if you missed that, of course, stay tuned to this game until it's over, and then go back and watch that. As the 2-2 comes in, that's lined straight back, heads up. Going to stay 2-2. 7 total pitches thrown in this plate appearance here for Caleb Estes as he stayed alive on a 2-2. Went down 0-2, got ball 1, got ball 2, has fouled off every single one since. Here comes the 2-2 part 4, lifted straight up, going to be playable between first and second. It's going to be the first baseman, Harris to Reed, and rather the second baseman, Quezada, makes the catch, and that's the end of the 5th inning. So the Cardinals take a 4-3 lead into the dugout, and we're going to take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, picking back up again where we left off in the ad schedule as well. So we're going to re-round to the end of the 5th inning on that. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball coming back to you again. We've played through 5 now in this game. Again, in the resumption, this is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
You can buy a car almost anywhere, in the city, in the country, even online. So how do you choose? At Battlefield Culpeper, we think our people make the difference. Many live right here in Culpeper. We're your neighbors. That's why our service techs get the job done right the first time, or why our sales team does the most repeat business in the area. And when you have a question, we're on it. That makes our managers very happy. You can buy a car anywhere, but you'll want to buy it from Battlefield Culpeper, because we are Culpeper.
Freedom is a wonderful thing, and through sound, comprehensive financial planning, Freedom Street at Stewart Partners can help empower you to make the most of yours. It all begins with the candid, relationship-building conversations that go beyond balance sheets and portfolios. We focus on the things that matter most to you in life: your dreams, your hopes, your loved ones, and your vision of the future. Get in touch with your local Freedom Street branch today by calling 540-825-4611 or visit freedomstreetpartners.stewardpartners.com.
Integrity Automotive proudly provides expert auto and light truck repair and maintenance services to customers of the Culpeper and Locust Grove areas. With the help of Integrity Automotive, it has never been easier or more convenient to keep your car or truck in top shape. We are a full-service shop and can handle both your basic requirements and your ultimate performance needs. Let us make sure your vehicle is reliable and safe. Visit Integrity Automotive online at integrityautovA.com. Integrity Automotive, yesterday's values, today's technology.
Ed Wagner, the man on the mound for the Cavaliers, deals the first pitch. It's low and outside for a ball one to start things off here for Ryan Chase, the designated hitter. He comes up for his first time in this ball game against the Cavaliers, as he was not on the roster for the Cardinals in the first half of this game. Again, if you just tuned in, we are in the middle of a resumption. Game was suspended 1 out into the bottom half of the 5th inning on June 26th. We are now resuming play. The Cavaliers went down on their last 2 outs of the 5th inning, and I think we're going to clear the field here. Umpires leaving the field. We are certainly clearing the field as there's lightning. You can't see it, but it's off in the left field area. It's within 10 miles now, and so how about this deja vu all over again? I guess I can say I called it, as been getting weather alerts on my phone that there's lightning and thunder in the area, and it certainly holds off, or certainly doesn't hold off, let's put it that way. Certainly holds on for dear life here. So we are now going to sit in another lightning delay, and we're just going to decide what happens. And let's hold here for a second as Brandon Mack is going to meet with the Cardinals coach, or rather going to meet with the umpire down there.
The other thing here to note is with that last half inning being ended, technically by NCAA rules, the game is fully completed. So realistically, they could just call the game here and just go home, and the Cardinals will win 4-3 in 5 innings if that's the choice they want to make. That's not necessarily saying that's the choice they do want to make here. Obviously, the Cavaliers don't want to make that choice. They want this win here, but that could be what the outcome is.
How about that? You play 8 minutes of baseball and you come out with a win. That's 2 straight firsts that I haven't seen in the Valley Baseball League in my 5 years behind the microphone. And for those that didn't get to tune in on June 26th, I gave my sob story of I started in Front Royal my first 2 years of broadcasting in the Valley League, and I've been here in Culpeper ever since the team started. And I gave my thanks, and I'm always going to give my thanks to the crew over at Front Royal. Talked to Paul Stinson, the resident DJ at the Bing and the bus driver for the Cardinals, and got to chatting with him again a little bit more than back a couple of weeks ago, and certainly just glad to have those connections over in Front Royal, as they're still my family. They're still my family. I certainly appreciate everything that they've done. It helps pave this path for me. So it's a special game when Front Royal comes to town, at least in my eyes. So we're going to sit another lightning delay. So again, going to be deja vu all over again as the Front Royal coach leaves the dugout, the Cavalier dugout, that is. And so we're certainly going to see what happens with this ball game now. Again, lightning is threatening the area. Kind of, again, deja vu all over again here in Culpeper. I guess Mother Nature doesn't want the Cavaliers and the Cards to play again, but at least at this point, it's going to be official if the game is called. So we're now in the top half of the 6th coming up. Again, Cavs and Cards suspended for the moment. Let me reword that. Delayed for the moment. And we're just certainly going to see what happens here as looks like I'm going to guess that's the crew chief, if not the home plate umpire, or potentially both, is coming out of the dugout. And now he's going back in, and I think he was just relaying baseballs there to the ball boy. So we're just going to hold on for hope here, see if we can get this ball game in. And Front Royal appears to be going back to their bus, but that's probably just for the shelter aspect. And it is raining now. So we'll just see what happens here. If it's hard enough rain, this game is going to have to be called, as we've seen a couple of times I say a couple of times very lightly, as we've seen quite a bit of rain here in this summer. And a lot of rainouts here in CCHS in this 2025 season. Again, if you just tuned in, we got about 2/3 of a game in, and we're in another delay. Cavaliers recorded 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Now on the top of the 6th for the first batter, has a 3-0 count, and going to see just what happens here as the umpires are going back to their vehicles. I don't know if that's a sign of something or not, but we're certainly going to hold on for hope here and see just what happens. Again, the Cavs and Cards are in a delay, kind of like what it was 2.5 weeks ago. So we're just going to take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Again, delay city here in Culpeper. 4-3 game. The Cardinals now have an official win under their belt if the game is called. Back with you in a moment here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network as we take a sideline just to wait and see what happens with this weather. So just checking in really quick with those that have tuned in within the last 10 or so minutes. We are currently in another weather delay. Again, deja vu all over again here in Culpeper, as this game was a resumption of a suspension due to lightning. And this game actually was held off at this point due to the lightning. So we are currently waiting on a potential resumption of the resumption here at this point. So again, if you're just tuned in, we are in a weather delay due to lightning. Just waiting for that 30-minute timer to count down as we're watching the skies here over at Culpeper. The lightning is currently 2 hours south. I want to guess about 7 or 8 miles. And we will certainly just see what happens here with the weather. Again, the clouds have come in and darkened the skies out here at CCHS. Again, weather delay here in Culpeper. We've officially played through 5, so this game, if called, is official. And we're going to take a brief break here again on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. 4-3 is where we stand. The Cardinals, again, if the game is called at this point, the Cardinals will have the win. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball and the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. So if you just tuned in within the last probably 10 minutes or so, we are currently sitting in a weather delay. For those of you actively watching the broadcast, you can see a couple of the Cavs players walking across the field there. Not sure if that's indicative of something as in this game has been called, not quite sure. No word has been relayed up here to the press box. We're still waiting on official word on what's going to happen to this ball game. As again, Front Royal has made it to their bus. Home plate umpires are back in their vehicles, and we're just awaiting word on what's going to happen to this ball game. Again, we currently sit 4-3 in the top half of the sixth. It is now an official ball game as the Cavaliers went 2 and out with the tying run on third base. So we're just going to wait and see. Again, we're in the top half of the sixth. This game has been official as of the last probably half hour now when it got started within the last 35 minutes. We were supposed to start at 7:15, and then it started about 10 or so minutes early. Again, the Cavaliers went early 2 and out as they had an out on the board, which made it official 4-3. And now we're just waiting to see again what the official word is with this evening's ball game. Currently sitting in a weather delay, waiting on lightning to pass, if it will pass with enough time. Culpeper Cavaliers baseball back to you on the other half of this break. This is the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network presenting the Front Royal Cardinals and the Culpeper Cavaliers for a resumption of the June 26th game. Hopefully have some better word for you on the other side of this break. Just checking back in again here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Still no update. Still waiting on the weather delay to subside. Does look like we're getting some breaks in it off towards right field, as it does look brighter over there than it does towards left field. So we're just waiting for official word on what's going on with this evening's ball game. Again, we're in the top half of the 6th in a weather delay. Had some lightning, a couple lightning strikes within the last 15 minutes. So that 30-minute clock has been reset. Of course, I don't have the exact time, but I can tell you it's probably 20 or 25 minutes to go on that last timer reset. So again, we're just sitting and waiting, seeing what happens with this evening's ball game. Again, it is official if called, as we played through the bottom half of the 5th just at the beginning of this resumption. By the way, this is a resumption from June 26th, where the Cardinals had a 4-3 lead. That still stands as we go into what is now the 6th inning. So thank you for those who are sticking it out with us on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. If you want, take a second to go grab a snack or a drink or something and check back in with us here in about 15 or so minutes, and we'll hopefully have an update here for you. We'll probably still be here waiting, so just check out if you want to and check on back in. If we're gone, you can tell that, of course, the game has been called. So we'll just certainly see and wait to see what happens. Again, we are in a weather delay at this moment in time. Top half of the 6th is where we stand. The current batter for the Cardinals, Gabriel Millara, in a 3-0, as he was the leadoff for that top half of the 6th inning. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball coming back to you, hopefully in the next few minutes, with some good news regardless. Returning back to the broadcast here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, just want to put in here, we still don't have an official word, although it does look like the skies are clearing up and we're looking to resume play here in a couple of moments. Don't have an exact timer on the last lightning strike, as I said earlier, but again, the skies are clearing up. Haven't seen lightning within the last, I'm going to guess, 10 or 15 minutes now, so looking to potentially resume this game here soon. Again, we are in a weather delay due to lightning. Again, the rain has subsided. The lightning, at least for the last 10 or 15 minutes, has subsided. So, and as I think I said that, I think I just saw a streak of lightning. So the timer probably reset there as I spoke. So we'll, of course, no official words yet. Still waiting to see what's going to happen. Right now we're sitting in a weather delay, so potentially a 30-minute reset there. So again, as I said earlier, you can check out and check back in if you really want to. I probably would if I was you, but then again, I'm on this side of it, so I can't. So just take a break and come back, and we'll probably still be here, just waiting it out. 4-3 ball game coming in the top half of the sixth. Again, if this game is called, however that may happen, Front Royal will officially have the win, as we've officially played through 5 full innings. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. We'll come back to you on the other side of this break, and I just got official word we are going to play. Just the timing is TBD, as again, I saw a streak of lightning just a second ago. So we will certainly see here, as before that lightning strike was an 8:30 start time, but now it's probably going to be around 8:45 when we start. So we will see certainly what happens here with the timer on the other side of this break. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Thank you again for sticking around with us. Again, my estimate is 8:48 is when we will restart play, as that was around the last time that 30-minute timer has been reset. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Just going to come back again. We're still in the weather delay, but I'm going to tie up some loose ends. For those that were tuned in from the very beginning, I didn't get to finish my Sabermetrics pregame show, and that part, or the main part of that, was the starting lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and just roll into the starting lineups again here. As you can see, I was in the middle of Culpeper as the game began. And so I'm just going to roll into that here really quick, kind of again, unprofessional kind of, but we're just going to roll with it anyway. So the Front Royal Cardinals starting lineup is as follows. Here is the defensive alignment in the leadoff spot, playing in center field from Spring Church, PA. 5'8", 170-pound righty junior out of Slippery Rock University, number 3, Brandon Butler. Batting second, the designated hitter from Land O'Lakes, Florida, a 6'1", 205-pound righty sophomore out of Santa Fe College, number 6, Ryan Chase. Batting third for the Cardinals this evening and playing at third base from San Francisco, California, 6', 185-pound righty junior who is undecided, number 12, Gabriel Malara. Cleaning up for the Cards, playing in left field from Pittsburgh, PA, a 5'11", 185-pound righty junior out of the University of Akron, number 5, Austin Lafferty. Batting fifth and doing the catching from Clarksburg, Maryland, a 6'3", 215-pound righty senior out of the University of Richmond, number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner. Batting sixth and playing at first base from Gainesville, Virginia, a 6'1", 220-pound righty sophomore out of Frederick Community College, number 25, Cooper Harris. Batting seventh and playing at second base from Lakeland, Florida, a 5'10", 185-pound lefty-righty junior out of San Diego State, number 15, Joshua Quezada. Batting eighth and playing in right field from Palm City, Florida, 6', 170-pound righty junior out of Dyersburg State Community College, number 2, Grant Gillooly. Batting ninth and playing at shortstop from Meridian, Mississippi, a 6'1", 185-pound righty sophomore out of Troy University, number 9, Perrin Bland. By the way, when we restart, we will go 3-4-5 with Malara, Lafferty, and Weinbrenner for the Cardinals. Now looking at the Culpeper Cavaliers starting lineups, defensive alignment here in this resumption game. Leading off for the Cavaliers, playing in right field from Rock Hill, South Carolina, 5'10", 180-pound righty junior out of Wofford, number 5, Ethan Belk. Batting second, playing at second base from Memphis, Tennessee, a 5'7", 170-pound righty redshirt freshman out of LSU Eunice, number 13, Robinson Martin. Batting third and playing as the catcher for the Cavaliers this evening, a 6'2", 205-pound righty sophomore out of now Manhattan College. I didn't catch myself earlier. He now transferred to Manhattan College, number 8, Caden Chrisman. Cleaning up and playing at first base from Williamsburg, Virginia, a 6'3", 220-pound righty redshirt freshman out of Wallace Community College, number 12, Colby Motley. Batting fifth and playing at shortstop from Severn, Maryland, a 6'4", 205-pound righty senior out of UNC Charlotte, number 38, Caleb Estes. Batting sixth and playing in left field, here's where I don't think I got to. Playing in left field from Pullman, West Virginia, a 6', 195-pound lefty-righty redshirt freshman out of WVU, number 10, Maxwell Melessa. Batting seventh as the designated hitter from Kula, Hawaii, a 5'11", 185-pound lefty senior out of Brigham Young University, number 55, Keone Painter. Batting eighth and playing in center field from Memphis, Tennessee, a 6'1", 205-pound righty redshirt freshman out of the University of South Alabama, number 15, Donovan Mitchell. And batting ninth and playing at third base from Chicago, Illinois, a 6'3", 205-pound righty sophomore out of Northwestern University, number 0, Ethan Borgren. Starting on the mound for the Cavaliers from Haymarket, Virginia, a 6'6", 230-pound righty senior out of UNC Charlotte, number 33, Ed Wagner. By the way, the starting pitcher for the Cardinals, don't know if I said it, and if I did, I'm saying it again, from Hatfield, PA, 6', 220-pound righty senior out of Chestnut Hill College, number 38, Colby Seelig. And for those that didn't catch it at the beginning of the game, I'm going to go ahead and roll into it again. Taking a look at what happened in the June 26th installment of this evening's ball game, as we've got about 2 minutes worth of highlights to take a look at here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Here's what's happened on June 26th. Here comes the first pitch. That is going to be bounced. Coming to home is Ethan Belk, and he's going to slide in with no play made, and the Cavaliers strike first. Cards have 1, possibly 2 in scoring position. First pitch comes in. It's a wild pitch. Coming home is going to be Quezada, and it's a tie ball game. So a wild pitch scores a run for the Cardinals. They now have tied the ball game up Now a 1-1 score. Santino Dialis, a Bethel Park, PA native, 6'6", 190-pound righty, sophomore out of Seton Hall, as that's going to be lifted and bounces in front of second base. The play at second is going to be in time for the out, but a run does score, and so the Cavaliers get the fielder's choice to go their way, and the game is now tied again.
That'll bring up second.
So do the math. That's lifted and over a jumping Bland at short. Coming in is Donovan Mitchell, and the Cavs take the lead. It is an RBI single for Robinson Martin. And the Cavaliers retake the lead at 3-2. Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be lined up, going to score a run. Drops into the left center gap for a base hit. Going to score 2. The throw is made, and it is not on target, as it is now a 2-run added to the Cardinals. They now take a 4-3 lead.
I believe that, I'm not sure if the umpire's going over.
And fans are standing up, so I think we're in a delay.
Yeah, lightning delay. I'm not sure if that was caught on the screen, on the camera there, but there was a bright flash of lightning. So doesn't appear to be rain in the area, but definitely there is some lightning in the area. So we will be in at least a 30-minute delay at the moment.
And that is just some bits and pieces of the action from June 26th. Again, at that time, the Cards and the Cavs had not finished a complete game. Went a third of an inning through the 5th, where it was suspended. We're now in the top half of the 6th in real time here at CCHS, as the skies are starting to brighten up at least a little bit. Over in left field, at least, it looks a little ominous, but right field starting to break up as we're looking to play some baseball here within the next little bit. Again, my estimate is another 15-minute wait time. Again, that's not official word. That is just an estimate, as we've got some players down on the field and in the bullpen for the Cardinals. The Cavs, I believe, all their players practically stayed in the dugout during the weather delay. And so we are waiting on the first pitch to be thrown out for the third time in this evening, or in this game, as it's been split up twice tonight and once over a span of about 2.5 weeks, as it looks like Alex Crutter is meeting down there with fellow teammate Ryan Curler. At least that's my assumption. His fellow Lynchburg College teammate, split by the Valley Baseball League over the summer, catching up on some times there. As we take a sideline here again on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Again, we're still sitting in a structured weather delay, as the Cavs and the Cards are in a game in the top half of the 6th, the 4-3 ball game. Again, we look like we're going to resume play here soon, but no official word has been relayed on if we're going to continue at a certain time or if we're not. So just hang tight with us, as we're going to ride this, no pun intended, ride this storm out here with you. Again, coming back to you on the other side of this break with the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Again, looking to see just what's going to happen here on this other half of the break. And we are almost ready to return to play as Benji Tucker now takes the mound for the Cavaliers. Thank you to everyone for sticking with us throughout this lengthy weather delay. And we are ready to resume play here after, I guess you could say, 2/3 of an inning. As 2 outs were recorded at the bottom half of the 5th. So this game was official by the weather delay. Got to the top half of the 6th. A 3-0 count coming to Gabriel Melasa. If I'm saying that right. Malara. There we go. Said it wrong. I corrected myself. So don't hold me accountable. I'm just here. I just work here, and I've been sitting for the last who knows how long, and I'm kind of going stir crazy. Hour and a half? Is that the official time? As it was around 7:30-ish when we were delayed, and yeah, so it's been give or take an hour and 45 minutes now as we are ready to resume play here. As Malara comes back out to the dish, here we go. Round number 3. Let's see if Mother Nature wins this time. Benji Tucker sets on the mound for the Cavaliers. As the first pitch comes in, called strike. So what a great start there from Benji Tucker. And the Cavaliers now have a 3-1 count on the leadoff man, Malara. Or rather, Ryan Chase. And yes, that is correct. Ryan Chase fouls that one off. 3-2 is a full count now. So it's Chase, then Malara, then Lafferty. I looked one too far down. You think I would have caught that during the weather delay, but I, of course, didn't. Tucker sets a payoff coming. Here it comes, the pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again. This game was supposed to start at 7:15 as Front Royal arrived at around 6:30 earlier. Got started around 7:05, and then, of course, by 7:15, we were in the weather delay. So here comes the payoff part 2. In there, called strike 3. How about that from Benji Tucker? Getting his first bit of pitching action with a 3-0 count. And now we go to Gabriel Malara with a called strikeout. So Malara did not appear in the first game, or the first part of this game, as it was John Embry in the 3 spot. First pitch is missed outside, ball 1, 1-0 start here for Malara in his first plate appearance here at CCHS. Again, John Embry was in the 3 spot. Actually, the first 3 were not here during the first part of this game. 1-0 goes low and away, ball 2. So it was Darrell Lee, Carter White, and John Embry as the 1-2-3 for the Cards. It is now Brandon Butler, Ryan Chase, Gabriel Malara. 2-0 is sent from Tucker. 1 down. Pitch comes in, lined and fouled. Now 2-1. I don't know if I said it earlier, but let's say it this way. 4 of the 9 on the Cardinals roster, or the lineup rather, as we're having an issue with point streak. Called strike in the meantime. 2-2.
So the count will remain the count is now 2-2 on Millara. Tucker sets to deliver the pitch.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Out number 2 is on the board. Backwards K, forwards K for the 2 outs. Brings up the left fielder, Austin Lafferty. By the way, if you're following on point streak for whatever reason, go to the old one. The one where it was marked suspended on the schedule. That's why nothing was loading, is because our point streak keeper, Andrew, or actually my broadcast partner too, is keeping it on the old point streak page. So go to that one.
So that first pitch from Tucker is well outside for ball 1. 1-0's the count now to the original left fielder in the game, Austin Lafferty.
I don't know if I finished that thought up, but 4 of the starting 9 in the lineup are returners from that part 1. The other 5 have left. Swing and a miss for strike 1, 1-1. Austin Lafferty again did appear in that part 1. Went 1 for 1 with a walk and an HBP. So just adding on to his stats now is what he's looking to do in this 4th plate appearance. Again, of the combined parts, as that is tipped and found at the dish, 1 and 2.
So technically we can give you some of Lafferty's stats coming into this game, since he's returning to this lineup and game. He walked his first plate appearance, I want to say. No, he was hit by a pitch his first plate appearance, walked his second plate appearance, and then singled and hit in 2 RBIs his last plate appearance, as he fouls that one towards the Cardinals on base deck area.
Count stays 1 and 2, 2 down here in this top half of the 6th. The Cards have a 4-3 lead over the Cavaliers. Tucker sets. Pitch comes in, pings him the back.
So that's, if you want to technically, like I was saying, if you want to consider it a certain way, technically that's the second time he's been pitched or hit in this game.
That actually is a great technicality. As we see the catcher Dylan Weinbrenner come up, he is 0 for 3 in the combined parts of this game. That's probably just the way I'm going to say it. Of course, it. Like I said, I've never been in a situation like this in the Valley League.
Nope,
never.
This is the first.
Yeah. I don't think any Valley League team that I'm aware of has or would have done this.
So that first pitch is up and in for ball 1. 1-0's the count now. The Weinbrenner is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
So 1-0 start. Tucker sets. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be fouled away 1-1. So for those that haven't heard me tell the story, I've sat in a 2-hour weather delay before. That was actually my first year at Front Royal. And for those of you that may by chance follow my Instagram page, where I haven't used in probably 1.5 million years, you'd probably see the video if you scroll down far enough where the lights went out. I think it was the 6th or the 7th inning of that game. It was because at that point it was midnight. We played for 3 hours. We had to wait for the lights to come back on because they're the same thing as Culpeper has, like OLED or whatever it is, that's lined up the middle into center field for a base hit. So the first hit of the combined game for Dylan Weinbrenner is a single up the middle into right field, or rather right center field. Let's say it that way.
That was a great attempt there by Martin trying to dive, but the ball was hit just a little bit too hard and too up towards the middle for Martin to make a play there, as it seemed like it went right underneath his glove. So I'll bring up the new first baseman of the game, number 25, Cooper Harris. The other thing here that kind of screwed up the scoring as that first pitch is inside for ball 1 in the original game, Carter White, their original DH, who's not even here on the team anymore for the Cardinals, he was number 25 in that game. And now Cooper Harris coming into this game is number 25. So it was just trying to, as that is lined out to center field, and it will drop, get past, and score 2 runs.
And now it is 6-3 Cardinals.
So again, as I was saying, he was originally the first, or he was not originally in the lineup. So it was a little difficult with having to change up what needed to be done to make sure Point Streak wasn't throwing an error at us. As that will bring up the original second baseman, Joshua Quezada.
Tucker looks back to second. Here comes the pitch. Outside ball 1, 1-0 starts. And so for those that didn't by chance tune in to the Cavaliers game at Covington on Saturday night, you would have seen that the Cavaliers had a lead after one weather delay, or went into one weather delay and then came out with an 8-5 lead. Ended up 8-7. I don't know what the inning was, so don't quote me on that. I want to say it was bottom of the 8th. It was close to the end. Let's put it that way. The game was listed suspended on Point Streak, which then forced, or not forced, but I guess enticed the Valley League's social media director, content, whatever, to list it as suspended on his nightly update. Come to find out, the game was finished after being marked suspended. And the Cavaliers fell 9-8.
So that will make the count now 3-0, as well as a stolen base by Weinbrenner. No, my apologies, Harris. So I'll have a man on third base now for the Cardinals.
Tucker sets. Here comes the 3-0, and that is going to be in there on the inside edge for a called strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now coming to the second baseman, Joshua Quezada, who is one of the 4 returners for the Cardinals, or returners as in played in the first part of this game.
Tucker's looking to retire the side here, as that pitch is in the general same area as the first one. Tucker was able to get 2 quick strikeouts to start the inning, but then unfortunately has hit a batter, gave up a single and then a double. So that looks to actually hit. Either it was hit or ball 4. Either way, it's a 90-foot walk of fame there for Quezada.
So the runners take the corners for the Cardinals. 1 more out is needed to get out of the top half of the 6th. And we're going to have a mound visit with A.J. Stead and Benji Tucker. Looks to be just a regular routine mound visit as the Cavaliers now trail 6-3 off of 2 runs scored off of an RBI double from Cooper Harris.
Yeah, unfortunately, it may just be Tucker for the rest of the game here, unless they decide to get someone else up, as with this lightning delay, which kind of happened, which impacted the Cavaliers again like it did in Covington. They go into delay after only having their pitcher throw 4 pitches, and then have to sit through a delay and get pulled. So we'll see what happens here, as the Cavaliers do have a game tomorrow night home. The Wednesday night game has been canceled as runner takes off and will steal the bag, but the count now 0-1.
By the way, that game tomorrow against the Waynesboro Generals. First pitch will be set for 7 o'clock. We hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Sabermetrics pregame show. Carve out some time on your calendars and join us.
So that pitch is well outside for ball 1. 1-1's the count now. So, as I was saying, we'll see how the Cavaliers play this out, since again, they do have a game tomorrow night, don't have a game Wednesday night, but they have a doubleheader on Thursday.
Tucker sets. Here comes the 1-1. Tipped back 1-2. Grant Giluli at the dish now for the Cardinals. He's making his first appearance of this ball game, as it was Jackson Hill originally in the 8 spot.
The one thing that did stay the same here is everyone that went into the game, just when they replaced the player, as that pitch is well outside for ball 2, just doesn't get far enough from Chrisman to allow the runners to advance. They just went into the position that the player that they replaced was playing. So at least that helped us out a little bit, not having to then maneuver everything around on top of that.
Tucker with a 2-2 count coming to Grant Giluli. Again, his first appearance of this game. That's going to be lifted to first, and actually it's going to get into right field for a base hit. 1 scores, 2 score, no throw. 8-3 Cards.
Brings up the shortstop, number 9, Perrin Bland.
My count is correct. 10 hits have scored those 8 runs. So Grant Giluli gets on the board in this ball game with a 2-run RBI single.
The other thing to consider, wasn't this game played while the Cardinals, as the throw gets away, and the runner, Giluli, will get all the way to third base on the failed pickoff attempt. So they'll get all the way to third base on the error from Tucker. So rough start to this inning for Tucker, as he goes 1-2 real quick on strikeouts, and then hasn't been able to retire any batters since. But wasn't the game while the Cardinals were in the midst of their 11-game or 12-game losing
somewhere
streak?
In there, yep. Called strike in the meantime to start things off here for Perrin Bland, the shortstop. 0-1 the count. 2 down here in this top half of the 6th. Cavs just trying to get out of it. It was a 4-3 Cardinal lead. They've now scored 4 runs off of appears 3 hits, an HBP, and a walk. Strike 2 is theirs. 0-2 to the shortstop Bland. By the way, this is the 8th batter of this 6th inning. Led off with batter number 2 in the order, Ryan Chase. Tucker with an 0-2, 2 down. Pitch comes in, lined and fouled way high, way far. And there's a Cardinal pitcher coming out of the bullpen to get a free lollipop. Almost 9:15 local time here in Culpeper. This has been a very interesting evening, to say the least. Grounder to third base. Flip from Borgren to first. In time. And that's the 6th inning. So the Cardinals do damage. They pick up 4 more runs here as Perrin Bland goes down on the 5-3 play for out number 3. Again, 8 batters faced, 4 runs scored on 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 HBP, and 1 Cavalier error. We take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, and when we return, we'll see just what the Cavaliers can do to respond to the hole that they've now put themselves in. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Our location at Bragg's Corner Properties lends itself to a superior visibility at the Route 29 bypass interchange. Bragg's Corner is ready to help make your business transition into this ever-expanding commercial area. Enjoy the freedom to start, grow, or expand your business today. For questions or to open your lease, visit Bragg's Corner Properties online at braggscorner.com. That's BRAGGS corner.com. Bragg's Corner Properties, where business meets success.
Do you know what it takes to get to the big leagues? To answer that question, we must start at the very beginning, the Little Leagues. Your local Culpeper Little League is proud to support your child's dream of making it big in the majors by starting with the basics. Culpeper Little League's focus is on 3 traits: character, courage, and loyalty. These traits will help youth baseball and softball players grow and develop into stellar athletes. Want to learn more, get involved, or begin playing? Head on over to culpeperll.org.
At City Light Baptist Church, we are a community of people God has chosen and preserved for Himself who love, follow, learn from, and worship God together. We are a loving church that brings the loving message of a loving God to a lost world. Visit us online at citylightculpeper.org or give us a call at 540-321-4400. Worship services are held every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. at City Light Baptist Church. Worship with us at 1121 Sperryville Pike in Culpeper.
Maxwell Melessa leading things off for the Cavaliers here in this bottom half of the sixth, where you join us. And yes, if you tuned in at the beginning and somehow checked out, whether it be by internet power or an act of God, yes, we're only in the bottom half of the sixth inning, as we had a lightning delay that lasted about an hour and a half. As we started this ball game around 7:05, grounder foul to start things off here from Melessa. We started this ball game around 7:05. And at around 7:15-ish is when we were sent back to the dugouts. 0-1, here comes the pitch, fouled away 0-2.
So a quick 0-2 count now for the original left fielder in this game. Melessa is 0 for 2 with a fly out to the right fielder and a ground out to the first baseman.
That's grounded to second base. Flip to first in time and on target for the 4-3 for out number 1.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, number
So one out quickly there for the Cavalier offense as we go to Keone Painter at the DH, who is making his first appearance in this ball game, as he was not on the Cavalier roster, but he has been subbed in as the DH. As it was Kelly Crittenberger, the DH, to start this game. He's still on the roster, but is just taking the night off for whatever reason I'm not aware of. Don't know if it was made by his decision or if it was made by a coach, as well, one is called in the meantime 1-0 to start, but Crittenberger's game will end with a walk and a strikeout from what I wrote down that ended up in a play at first base. 1-0 pitch comes in. Looks nice but low, ball 2. Nice as in across the dish at least. 2-0. Seelig dealing the 2-0, going to be low again, almost in the exact same spot if it wasn't the exact same pitch, 3-0. As we've also got the to Keone Painter. Not sure if the Cardinals saw some film on him and just gave it to him, or if the pitcher Seelig was just trying to fool him with those outside edge.
So I'll bring up the original center fielder in this game, Donovan Mitchell, who comes into this third plate appearance sitting 1 for 2 on the evening.
Again, that counts the part 1 on June 26th as the first pitch is called strike. 0-1 to start things off here for Donovan Mitchell. In plate appearance number 3. Singled his first go-around, flew out to shortstop. Again, this is in the June 26th installment. If you want to catch that, of course, catch that probably tomorrow. Stick around with us for the rest of the night. Ball 1 in the meantime, 1-1 the count.
Mitchell is also one of 3 hits for the Cavaliers so far in this game.
2 of them actually came in that second inning. And it's going to be lined and fouled 1-2. Seelig sets on the mound, a 1-2 with 1 down. Got a man on first. He'll throw to first, and it is not in time.
Very close pickoff attempt there, as the runner Painter was just able to get back in time. So good thing he was not able to be thrown out. So still keeps the count now at 1-2.
Jazz Chisholm, 23 pitches left. He's hit 1 homer, and here's a long ball out to right field. It is tracked by Galuli. The play at first is in time, and that's the inning. So a bad judgment call there by the Cavaliers sends Donovan Mitchell back on an FO8. and Keone Painter gets caught advancing for the third out. So we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, and interesting 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on, as the Cavaliers do get a walk to go for them on offense. Back with you in a moment as we go to the top half of the seventh. Cards have an 8-3 lead over the Cavaliers. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Come back to you on the other side of this break.
Our blueprint at 84 Lumber started with the simplest of ideas. Hire good people, provide excellent service, add value. From that foundation, we created our structure and shaped an industry. We build projects, homes, dreams, neighborhoods. We build careers, lives, futures. We build success. 84 Lumber.
K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies is your home for the perfect outdoor power equipment, mowers, compact tractors, and arborist supplies. We carry many of the major outdoor equipment brands, and we're the largest arborist supply store around. Why choose anyone else when we've been voted best lawn and garden store in the best of Culpeper for 10 years running? Whatever you need, call us at 540-825-8371 or stop in our newer, larger location at 16299 Allied Way in Culpeper. K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies. From grass to trees, we aim to please.
At Brenco Solutions, we take great pride in our excellent workmanship, competitive rates, and the ability to deliver outstanding results. We're a woman-owned Class A general contracting company with a goal to build lasting partnerships with our clients through exceptional service and outstanding quality. With a wide range of services, free estimates, and real-time updates, we strive to offer you the same vision. Call us today at 866-826-3626 to see what it means to be part of the Brenco family.
Back to play here in Culpeper. Top of the order for the Cardinals in this top half of the seventh. Butler, Chase, Malara as Tucker deals the first pitch. Grounded up the middle. Going to be fielded by Estes. The flip to first. Just not in time. So a great scamper there by Brandon Butler to get on via the single. And the Cardinals have their first batter on via the hit. That is the 11th hit of this combined ball game for the Cardinal offense. So up comes Ryan Chase. Last time we saw him was a looking strikeout. As Tucker sets, the first pitch comes in. They're going to call a strike on whether that was a check swing or not. 0-1 to start things off here for Ryan Chase in plate appearance number 2. Again, 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout. His first go-around. Again, Butler, Chase, Malara, Harris, Galuli, all new additions in this game as they replace 5 that have left the Cardinals since June 26. Actually, one of those 5 that left was at one point the top home run hitter in the Valley Baseball League, John Embry. He at one point had the most home runs in the entire league. Of course, this was, I want to say, around that June 26th pop, as that's popped up to left. Bye-bye baseball. A 2-run shot for Ryan Chase. 10-3 Cards. And accidentally added the score to the wrong side, so I'm going to fix that as the replay comes on your screen. It is 10-3 Cardinals now, as it is a 2-run shot from Ryan Chase.
Brings up third baseman number 12, Gabe Malara.
So up comes the third baseman, Gabe Malara. First pitch comes in, it's going to be fouled away, 0-1. Again, if my math serves me correct, that's 12 hits for 10 runs scored. No Cardinal errors on the defensive side of things. And just a note for everyone at home, 3 more runs the Cardinals need to make it a slaughter rule. Tucker deals the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike 2. Now 0-2. So a foul tip, called strike is what makes up Malara, as he will come in 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout rather. That pitch comes in and will miss. Ball 1-1-2. So far since the resumption, 5 hits for the Cardinals. They had 7 coming into the game, so they've almost lapped themselves in 5 innings of play. 2-2 in the meantime on the pitch that goes low and away. As we approach 9:30 local time here in Culpeper, Benji Tucker, the man at the mound with a 2-2. The pitch comes in. Swing and a miss. First, strike 3. So out number 1 is recorded as Gabriel Malara goes 0 for 2 with 2 swinging strikeouts. That's the first out of the inning as the left fielder Austin Lafferty comes up to the dish now for the Cardinals. First pitch comes in, it will miss for ball 1. A 1-0 start here for the left fielder Austin Lafferty. He is one of the 4 that played in that June 26th installment of the first half of the game. 1 for 1 with 2 HBPs, a walk and a single. So he comes up plate appearance number 5 with a 1-0 swing and a miss for that one for strike 1. Now 1-1. Again, we're coming up on 9:30 local time here in Culpeper on this Monday, July 14th. Again, it has taken almost 20 days for this game to have picked up, or at least that's my quick math, as that's going to be fouled away 1-2. Tucker sets. And he's going to deal the pitch, as that's going to be upstairs for ball 2. Now a 2-2 even count. Coming to Lafferty. And the official count is 18 days. So it's pretty close, just off of a guess. Again, 18 days since the first half of this game was played. Foul off the dish will stay with 2-2. 1 out down in this top half of the 7th. Cavs looking to just respond in any way they can, as they're looking to get back into the win column this evening. Currently riding a 2-game losing streak, falling at home to Harrisonburg on the 10th. Pitch comes in, 2-2, fouled away. We'll do it again as it leaves the ballpark. Again, Cavs fell to the Turks on the 10th. That was Thursday of last week.
All of the 4 kids that are still here at the game tonight that waited the delay out all took off for that foul ball as well.
Can I go join them? I might just get me a free lollipop down there. 2-2 as Tucker sets. The pitch comes in, line up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. It will, as it was stopped, I believe, by Caleb Estes.
Actually, I think it was...
Or it was second base Martin.
Yep. Yeah, Martin did get it. They both crossed each other's paths right as the ball got there, but it seemed that it was Martin that got that.
So a single for Austin Lafferty, and that is hit number, if my memory of math serves me correct, 13 in the game.
You are correct.
I was going to say, I can't say the evening because that's a whole different number. Again, for those who have been living under a rock for the last 18 days, know that, or may not know rather, that this game started on the 26th, was suspended in the bottom half of the 5th with only 1 out down, so it wasn't an official game. So the Cavaliers got those 2 outs recorded this evening at 7, give it or take, 05. And of course, we've sat in a weather delay if you haven't been living under a rock since 9/20. 1-0 start in the meantime to the catcher, Dylan Weinbrenner. Pitch comes in, line to third base. Plays at second in time. The play's at first. Not going to be in time. So the Cavs can't convert the double play to call the inning. However, they do catch Austin Lafferty in the advancement on the fielder's choice, and Dylan Weinbrenner, gets on via the fielder's choice. And now 1 on with 2 down for the Cardinals as they go to their sixth hitter, it appears, Cooper Harris, and that holds true.
Yeah, Cooper Harris comes into this plate appearance 1 for 1 on the night. Yeah, that double, as that's actually check swing grounded to Motley and will be out number 3. So obviously not wanting to do that. Got lucky there. Tucker got lucky there. Great help, as he was the one that hit that double over Molesa's head to score the 2 runs in 2 of the 4 runs in the 6th inning.
Actually, we've seen a lot of those checks.
Yeah, we have seen like a lot of those check swings not wanting to hit that end up going in play for most of the time it's been out. But I want to say we've had some that have gone that it's been a single or something like that.
So we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Cards scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Cavalier errors, and 1 runner was left on base. As we take a sideline, this is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
H&R Block's purpose is simple: to provide help and inspire confidence in our clients and communities everywhere. Since our founding in 1955, we've prepared approximately 800 million tax returns. We know that tax needs and situations change from year to year. That's why we offer new and innovative ways to prepare and file taxes so clients can choose what suits them best. When it comes to tax preparation services, the H&R Block tax professionals located at the center at Culpeper are here to meet all your tax needs. Schedule an appointment with us today by calling 540-825-3700 or visit hrblock.com to see all of our online services.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, filled with certainty.
Appleton Campbell, built on trust. Your locally owned home service pros, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our integrity shines and our experience shows. Satisfaction guaranteed, that's Appleton Campbell. See us online at appletoncampbell.com. Appleton Campbell, built on trust.
So Ethan Borgren is the leadoff man for the Cavaliers. 9-1-2 is where we go for this bottom half of the 7th, as Borgren is going to foul the first one away. A 0-1 start. Again, it's Borgren, Belk, Martin. So Borgren did not appear in the first part of this game, as it was Evan Escobar playing at shortstop in the 9-hole. First pitch, or rather second pitch, comes in. That's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. Now 0-2. There were only 3 Cavaliers that did not play in the first half of this game. Caden Chrisman, the catcher, was checked in. Keone Painter was not on the roster for that first part of the game. And Ethan Borgren now batting, as that's going to be played at third. Flip to first is not on the bag. And it is going to be a base appearance for Borgren.
So that will be ruled an error, unfortunately, for Borgren, as that won't count towards his batting average and technically would put him at 0 for 1 on the night, but that will be ruled an E5.
So the throw not good enough from third base from Gabriel Malara. A pretty nice placed baseball, though, by Borgren. Unfortunately for him, it can't convert to his batting average, as that first pitch is going to be checked on, and they're going to say yes. Strike 1 on the swing from Ethan Belk, 0-1. Belk again did appear in the first half of this game, went 1 for 3 coming into this fourth plate appearance. Singled, got on via fielder's choice, went down on a ground out that ended at first base, as that is going to be low and away ball 1, 1-1. To be more specific, low and away on the inside edge. Seelig sets. Here comes the pitch. Lined up to right field, chasing back the right fielder, Galuli at the fence, doesn't leave, so it won't be a ground rule double. However, it is a stand-up double for Ethan Belk. How about that response from the Cavaliers? Let's see if they can cross some runs now.
That double for Belk will bring up second baseman, number 13, Robinson Martin.
So that was a good start there for Belk. Well, what good a job to continue his good streak in this game, as that is his second hit. He had a single in the first inning and a double now here, as well as he also hit into a fielder's choice in the second inning and got an RBI. So he is doing pretty well this game so far.
Up comes Robinson Martin, 1 for 2. Walked his last plate appearance of the 5th inning. Actually was one of few to actually appear in that 5th inning before the delay. Or rather, the suspension is the correct word. Ball 1, then strike 1 makes the count 1-1. Nobody down so far for the Cavalier offense, as they've got 2 on base. Looking to bring him in. As Robinson Martin actually is looking to build a hit streak here, technically, which is, again, odd to say, but then again, it's also odd to say that anybody did anything in the first inning when we didn't even play the first inning today. Again, this is just insane times here in this ball game, as it's been split up by 18 days. As the pitch comes in, that's going to be fouled away. Now 2-2. In the home run derby, Matt Olson is up to begin his 40 pitches.
Matt Olson is the last one to bat in the first round. So far, it's going to be Cruz, Caminero, and Buxton who are moving forward. There's a tie as that is fouled. Oh, just barely misses Chrisman on the on-deck circle there. There is a tie for 4th place between Brent Rooker from the A's and Cal Raleigh from the Mariners at 17, but they have it as Brent Rooker being in 4th place to advance.
2-2 is lined up into center field. It's going to be tracking back the center fielder. However, tagging and coming home is Borgren, and the Cavaliers get on the board.
So the score now is 10-4.
Catcher, number 8.
Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now let's bring up the new catcher in this game, number 8, Caden Chrisman. He replaced Alejandro Ludero, who was the original starting catcher. We'll have one out here with Belk still remaining in scoring position on second base.
First pitch to Chrisman is going to be swung on and powerfully missed for strike 1. So a 0-1 start here for the catcher, Caden Chrisman, in plate appearance number 1, as he did not appear. It was Alejandro Ludero to start things off, and his technical game will end 0 for 2 with a walk, a sacrifice fly, and a fielder's choice on the 5-3. Zelo goes back to second. Here comes the 0-1. Then it's going to be low and outside, ball 1. Now a 1-1 even count. Approaching 9:40 local time here in Culpeper on this Monday, July 14th evening. Selig sets and is going to deal the 1-1, swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden Chrisman recently transferred from Rutgers to Manhattan College. Is one of the Cavalier returners on the roster this season. Appeared last year for the or actually, let's reword that. Came to the Cavaliers last year. That's going to be low and outside, ball 2. Now even 2-2. So a battle of the even counts here for Caden Chrisman.
Yeah, he came with... Didn't he come with someone last year before he turned? Unless I'm mixing him up with someone else. I feel like he came with another player that played last year, as that is fouled away. So I'll even remain at a 2-2 count.
I personally don't remember what
I could
happened.
just be making this up. I mean, I know we've had quite a few players come through, so...
I don't remember a second person from Rutgers, but then again, I don't want to discredit it because I know I'm known to forget.
I'm not sure if it was Rutgers or if it was like before, unless maybe he transferred to Rutgers. I don't know.
Somewhere in there, at least.
We'll
That's
see.
a swing and a miss in the meantime for strike 3 and out number 2. Up comes the first baseman, Colby Motley, who is 0 for 2 with a walk, a ground out to first base, that being in the first part of the game, and a swinging strikeout, that being just around 7:05 local time this evening. But yeah, just going back to your point, there's been so many transfers, especially in this season, that we're trying to get straight, as Caden Chrisman's being one. Evan Escobar being one. Keaton Burrows being one. First pitch is a called strike. 0-1.
Benji Tucker.
He was just one today.
He just transferred, and I think, who was it? Caleb Estes. There's talks about him transferring, as that's driven high out to left field, but will be caught for out number 3.
So a fly out to 7 for Colby Motley for the third out. 1 run is scored for the Cavaliers on 1 hit. There were no errors committed by the Cardinals, and 1 runner was left on base. As we played through 7, it is a 10-4 Cardinal lead. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Come back to you on the other side of this break on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
From the fields you work to the animals you care for, day in and day out, you are there for them, and we are here for you. CFC Farm and Home Center.
This message is brought to you by your CFC Farm and Home Center of Culpeper, 15172 Brandy Road, 540-825-2200.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit culpeperbattlefieldtours.com.
Returning to play here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. We're in the top half of the 8th here from CCHS. And it is a 10-4 Cardinal lead. As we go into the top half of the 8th, it's 7-8-9 to the bottom of the order for the Cardinals. Quezada, Gillooly, and Bland as the 3 due up for them. Before the break, I was going to go into the Cavaliers' recent MLB drafts, the first committed to the MLB. And so I've got a little bit of information to spill there. Get into that, though, on the next Cavalier offense. As I forgot to reset the scoreboard in the meantime, it's going to be a 1-1, or rather 2-0.
Yeah, I'll bring up Joshua Quezada, who is 0 for 3 on the night with a walk and scored as one of those 4 runs that scored in the top of the 6th inning. So that next pitch is low as well, so it'll be a 3-0 count here.
3 balls and no strikes to Quezada. As that is going to be in there for a called strike, 3-1.
So A, for the home run derby real quick, they did finally just finish the first round after almost 2 hours. So that is a broken bat. Will get down potentially for a double. He is going for a double. We'll see if the throw's in time. He is thrown out.
Yes! As it is a play at second, well in time to record the out.
So a lot happened there on this replay. The broken bat that went all the way down to the first base bag. The ball that went over Motley just barely for a base hit. And then Quezada getting out, trying to stretch it into a double.
And so the leadoff man for the inning cranks a nice one down the right field line, but gets caught in the advancement to second base. So Grant Gillooly comes up with 1 out down here in this top half of the 8th inning. Cards lead 10-4. Tucker sets. Here comes the pitch. Well upstairs, ball 1. 1-0. That play took my thought process away. I don't know where I was leaving off, but I know I was talking about the Cavs in the MLB draft, as there seems to be a lot of Valley Leaguers, or former Valley Leaguers in the draft, as that's going to be grounded and bobbled by Estes at short. And it's going to be an on-base appearance for Gillooly.
Yeah, we'll rule that a single, as that was a hard play there for Estes to make, so we're not going to count that against him, as that will bring up the shortstop, number 9, Perrin Bland.
So that'll be 2 for 2 on the evening for Grant Gillooly, as he singled in his first appearance, rounded via an E1. As Tucker sets to Perrin Bland. And here comes the pitch, lined into left field, high and deep and far, gone. 2-run shot for Perrin Bland. 12-4 Cardinals. Bat flip on the field.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting warned, or maybe not sure what's the case here, as that bat flip. Yes, that was a nice long home run there, but he stood and waited it out and then made a bat flip in front of the Cavaliers dugout. So that is probably what the warning is for.
Center fielder, number 3.
And it looks like he didn't flip the bat until after the ball left the park. So that may be the reason why the warning was made.
Yeah, I think it was the whole thing there. And, I mean, he was right in front of the dugout. Not saying anything against him for this, not criticizing anything against him, just kind of speculating, as that's a called strike on the lower outside corner for 0-1. Just speculating on why the warning was given by the home plate umpire, as he was watching him the whole time.
Tell me that Wayne is not about to go get that home run ball.
Someone's going to get that. Yeah, I do see people out there in left field looking for that ball. There's a good chance that ball is that. Both home runs have been hit out there. That second one went further than the first home run. I wouldn't think that there's a good chance that they wouldn't be able to find it, as it probably went into the woods. So an 0-2 count here to the leadoff batter, Brandon Butler.
That's going to be lined to short with Estes. The flip to first in time for out number 2.
So I'll bring up actually the first person to hit a home run here in this game. It will bring up the new designated hitter, Ryan Chase, who's now 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a 2-run home run.
12 runs on 15 hits for the Cardinals. No errors committed by them on the other side of the field. Pitch comes in, grounded at the dish. Or rather,
yeah, there was
the
that
error
one.
At third base, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't write that one down.
That one just happened. Up until then, yes, they had no errors coming into the game.
Thank you for catching me, because I would not have written that down.
All good, as that first pitch was fouled away, so the count is 0-1.
As Tucker deals the 0-1, that one is going to be low. Would have been in the zone if it was a little bit higher. 1-1 is the count now coming to the new DH, Ryan Chase.
So we'll give you a quick update for the home runs, as that is also
crushed.
A home run.
And that ball is gone as Melessa tracked to left field, but there was too much, I guess you could say, nightlight in there. 13-4 Cardinals.
So the second round will consist of O'Neill Cruz, Junior Caminero, Byron Buxton, and Cal Raleigh, who will advance.
Tucker is done in the meantime.
So the Cavaliers are pulling Benji Tucker out of this game. Not sure who is coming into the game, as we weren't aware of anyone warming up. So we'll get that information as the new pitcher is being checked out. It does look like it's going to be a lefty, but we shall see who it is.
We'll give you the identity of the new pitcher on the other side of this break. Over the last 2 innings, it's going to be 5 runs scored, 3 of them being off of homers.
It actually is going to be Keone Painter pitching for the Cavaliers right now. That's who's in here. Not sure if he's ever thrown before in his life, or shall I say maybe at least his college career.
So we'll certainly see what happens as Keone Painter is on the mound now for the Cavaliers. We're going to take a break. 13-4 Cardinals. Top of the 8 is where we stand. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free, in-home estimates, as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
So a short warm-up period for Keone Painter as he apparently is ready to go. And we are ready to go with him as the Cardinals will call up Gabriel Millara, the third baseman. As the first pitch is lined high in the air to left field, is that one going to go? It's going to be tracking at the fence with Melessa. Another bye-bye ball. Wow. The Cardinals are showing no mercy in this resumption, and they have the 10-run lead. 14-4.
So now if the Cavaliers are not able to score a run here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the game will be over after 8 innings played.
So we will certainly see what happens here as the Cards will go with Austin Lafferty, their original left fielder. 2 straight homers at that. 4 over the last 2 innings. First pitch.
Well inside for ball 1. Actually, he's behind the batter, Lafferty, for ball 1. So a totally different team here for the Cardinals as that's lined out to center field. Will get in for a base hit. As I want to say at least 3 out of the 4 home runs that have been hit tonight were by players that are new to the Cardinals from the last time, or from the original game time.
3 out of the last 4. And by the way, Ryan Chase went back-to-back on homers. I don't know if that was said, but it certainly has been said now.
Back-to-back, same spot, same general area, as all 4 home runs have been out to left field as well.
A 1-0 start here for Weinbrenner. 1 for 3 straight strikeouts in the first part of this game, and after the resumption, singled fielder's choice. Pitch number 2 goes outside, ball 2, 2-0. So the Cavaliers on the other side of this frame just looking to score a run as they now are down by 10. As that pitch is going to go missing, ball 3, 3-0. By the way, it's Keone Painter at the mound for the Cavaliers. The DH for the Cavaliers this evening. Cavaliers have done that before, having their DH pitch. That was with Connor Marinac. Don't quote me if it was last season or in 2023, but he did it.
I believe Marinac was the one that I was thinking about, that he came with someone else, and I thought it was Chrisman that he came with. Yes, that's who it is. That's going to get in the gap in right center field. Looks to most likely score the person on from first base. As the throw, they can't judge there, as Motley did cut off the throw there. Not sure if they would have been able to get the runner Lafferty out at home or not.
Brings up first baseman.
But
25,
that will make
Cooper
the
Harris.
score now 15-4. So totally different ball game here. As I mean, they have scored. It's an 11-1 game technically here in the new half of the game.
That's going to be lined out to left field and tracked by Melissa this time for the out, but not before the Cardinals do damage. Cavaliers need 2 to keep the game alive past the 8th, as all 9 batters come up in this top half of the 8th, and FO7 ends things off. 4 runs scored again off of 3 home runs, 6 total hits by the Cardinals. No Cavalier errors, and 1 runner left on base. We take it to the bottom half of the 8th on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Cavs just looking to respond with 2 runs to keep the game alive. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Wortman Mechanical. With personalized service, Wortman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Wortman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at wortmanmechanical.com.
Located in the charming town of Culpeper, Shannon Butler DDS offers top-notch dental services in a welcoming and professional setting. With a reputation for excellence in oral care, our dental practice is dedicated to providing personalized treatment to each patient that walks through the door. From routine cleanings to advanced procedures, Shannon Butler DDS utilizes the latest technology and techniques to ensure the best possible outcomes for patients. Whether you're due for a checkup or seeking to enhance your smile, Shannon is committed to helping you achieve optimal dental health and a confident smile. Set up your appointment today by calling 540-825-0230 or visit our office at 1051 Oaklawn Drive in the Oaklawn Professional Park.
Had a discrepancy in my book. Was missing a run, actually, and so that's why the box score didn't come up. Once I get it fixed, I will certainly pull it up, as I'm trying to make sure my hits are now right, because sometimes I second guess myself. And I was way off on the hit count. 20 hits for the Cardinal offense, as that first pitch for the leadoff batter, Caleb Estes, is going to be fouled away. 0-1 to start things off here. It is Estes, Melissa, Painter, the 3-2 up for the Cavaliers. That is if Melissa isn't checked out since he's now pitching. I don't think they will do that. As Seelig deals the pitch upstairs, ball 1. Now an even 1-1 count. So here's a brief look at the box score now. 15 runs, 20 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Cavaliers. As the 1-1 is going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. Now 1-2 for Caleb Estes. Again, Estes, Melissa, Painter, the 3-2 up for the Cavaliers here in this bottom half of the 8th. They need 2 runs to cross to keep the game alive here in this bottom half of the 8th. Seelig deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out down, potentially 2 to go for the Cardinal defense, excuse me.
Maxwell Melissa.
As the left fielder Maxwell Melissa comes up to the dish. He appeared in the first part of this game, went 0-2 before the suspension. Is 0-1 after the suspension, so it's 0-3 total. Here comes the pitch. Lined into right field, right to the first baseman, Harris. A great read there by the first baseman, Harris, and an unfortunate line for Melissa. 2 down.
Well, go ahead.
You're good.
I was about to say also a quick note. Junior Caminero does beat Byron Buxton in the first semifinals, passes him winning 8-7. So he will face either O'Neal Cruz or Cal Raleigh in the championship.
A called strike to Keone Painter to lead let's say lead off his plate appearance. Cavaliers putting their faith in Painter. If he goes down at this point in time, the game will end. 0-1 start, 2 down. Here comes the pitch. Lined up in the direction of right center. Is anyone underneath it? It looks like the center fielder is underneath it. Butler, and that's the ball game. Just waiting on teams to come out of the dugout.
All right, that's
And
your
here
ball
they
game,
come.
ladies
That's
and
the ball
gentlemen.
game,
Good night,
15-4, the final score here from
Tonight,
CCHS.
return
The
home.
Cavaliers
Tomorrow night,
started out with a 4-3 resumption,
Generals at 7
and they gave up
o'clock, so come on out.
11
Support
runs.
Culpeper Cavaliers.
Got outscored
Thanks again for
by a
coming
total
out.
of 11-1 this
Everyone
evening.
stay safe,
Oh,
drive
and there go
safe,
the lights.
and have a pleasant tomorrow.
10 o'clock on the dot. So, yeah, you were saying it was 12 o'clock. Now it's set for 10 o'clock.
Wow. I guess because they assumed the game would be over because it was a shorter game.
That's true, because usually we don't normally have it like that, but it was 10 o'clock on the dot.
And they've got flashlights out there.
They're going through the Cardinals are going through. You can barely see it on the screen here that the Cardinals are going through their victory handshake by flashlight via their phone.
So if you want lights, you got to wait 15 minutes for the cooldown period, as that's what's fun about these OLEDs. If we were playing on the football field, we could just turn them right back on because they're nice LEDs and they don't have to be cooled down before you go back. Anyway, 15-4 is the final score as we've played through 8 innings here over a span of 18 days. Going to do a very weird post-game show where I'm just going to call the winners and losers. Not going to worry about the stats because it changed up way too much. As we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, just a reminder, we will do a very limited Sabermetrics post-game show, and then we'll do a look around the league combined. So we all can go home and enjoy the rest of our evening since the lights want to tell us to go home. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the other side of this break, again with a brief Sabermetrics post-game show.
Foul ball raffle. All right, so if you have raffle tickets.
We may have a new name, but Sean's Craft Barbecue in Culpeper is still serving up your favorite meats, homemade sides, and so much more. And who can forget all of Sean's menu is 100% fresh made daily. Dine in at our location at 602 Sperryville Pike. Call in your order at 540-317-5692 or order through our website at seanscraftbarbecue.com. You can also order through our mobile app. Download the Sean's Craft Barbecue app on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Sean's Craft Barbecue. Real wood, real food, real good.
Experience the difference at Culpeper Dental Associates. We are a family dental practice committed to providing best-in-class dental care using the most cutting-edge technology possible. We are located in Culpeper at 800 Sunset Lane Suite B, near Culpeper Medical Center. At Culpeper Dental Associates, your comfort is our main priority and our staff is dedicated to making all aspects of your visit to our office a pleasant experience. For more information or to set up your next appointment, give us a call at 540-825-2444 or visit our website at culpeperdentalassociates.com. We look forward to seeing you soon at Culpeper Dental Associates.
Glory Days Grill is your local sports-themed, family-friendly American grill and bar that combines an award-winning menu of freshly prepared appetizers, entrees, and sandwiches with entertainment that appeals to all ages. Glory Days Grill offers a full bar, to-go services, catering, and banquet and party facilities. Come on in and dine in with us, or place your order by calling 540-829-7133, or order for curbside pickup or delivery at GloryDaysGrill.com. Make today a glory day by eating at your local Glory Days Grill.
Path Recreation and Fitness Center's 27,000 square foot center houses multi-sport courts, batting cages, a fitness area, activity rooms, and more to serve all your recreation and fitness needs. Stop by our center at 19002 Crossroad Parkway for a tour and see how the center can serve you. For more information, call 540-825-0000 or visit pathrecreationandfitnesscenter.com. Path Recreation and Fitness Center. Find your fun. Find your fit. A member of the Culpeper Wellness Foundation.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
Located in the Piedmont region of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Payne Hay and Straw has been a trusted hay provider since 1980. What began with a love of farming grew into a more than 2,000-acre farming operation that serves equestrian and farming communities throughout Virginia and the country. Payne Hay and Straw is proud to offer a wide variety of locally grown and harvested hay, including alfalfa, orchard grass, timothy, teff, and fescue. For more information, call 540-229-0054 or visit paynehay.com.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
The Battlefield Area Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves over 4,000 coaches and 21,000 athletes. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves local youth by building relationships that will demonstrate steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ and His Word through integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. For more information on their work in the local area, to view upcoming events, or to even join their team, visit battlefieldfca.org.
At GFL Environmental, we're much more than a waste management company. We are uniquely equipped to be the full-service environmental solutions partner our customers need. Our strength lies in the diversity of our services. Our one-stop shop offers customers an extensive range of customizable, integrated environmental solutions, all supplied by one efficient company. Get in touch with your local GFL facility in Culpeper by calling 540-727-0887 every weekday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. GFL Environmental. Green today, green for life.
With more than 50 years of providing Culpeper and the surrounding areas with top-quality building supplies, Cherry Street Building Supply is your trusted resource for all projects. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, we give you the attention you simply don't get at the big box stores. Our helpful staff is very knowledgeable with more than 150 years of combined experience in the field. Visit Cherry Street Building Supply at 1418 Orange Road or online at cherrystbuildingsupply.com or call 540-825-0397. See us at Cherry Street Building Supply for all your building supply needs.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
This is the post-game show, live on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
The game ended so early that the lights decided to leave us. As this is your Sabermetrics post-game report. Yes, we're still going just for a few more minutes. We're going to kind of chop it up here a little bit compared to our normal broadcast, just because, for one, it's a little weird doing a suspended game, and doing it 18 days apart is also kind of interesting. So just going to run it as it was in the books, as the Front Royal Cardinals are victorious 15-4 in 8 innings of action here, finishing this game 18 days after it started, from June 26th to now July 14th. In the first inning for the Cardinals, no runs scored on no hits, a walk, and an HBP. Bottom half of the first, Cavaliers score 1 run as Ethan Belk singles, advances on a stolen base, and then scores again. However, that was, again, 18 days ago. It was kind of a long time ago at this point. Top half of the second, the Cardinals scored 2 with 3 hits scoring those 2 runs. 1 Cavalier error, 2 1 Cards. Bottom half of the second, Cavs respond with 2 runs of their own in the bottom half of the order that led off actually that inning. 1 hit in that, or rather 2 hits, in that inning scored those 2 runs. Top half of the third, no score from the Cards. No runs on no hits, 1 walk, 1 HBP. Bottom half of the third, Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on. Top of the fourth is where the Cardinals took the lead, and through 18 days, never gave it back. 2 runs scored and what appears to be 2 hits, no Cavalier errors, as it was 4-3. It stayed 4-3 through the 5th inning, where Alejandro Ladero grounded out on a fielder's choice. Colby Motley came up 0-1. That's where the game was suspended. And so we come back. Bottom half of the 5th is where we start. No runs scored after the resumption. Top half of the 6th, the Cardinals took off running there, scoring 4 runs, 3 hits on 1 walk and 1 HBP and a Cavalier error. Bottom half of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner got on but was caught in an advancement. That was Keone Painter. Top half of the 7th, Cards scored 2 more off of 3 hits, 1 being a homer from Ryan Chase. Bottom half of the 7th inning, the Cavaliers score 1 run as Ethan Belk doubles, a sacrifice flyout. Scores from Robinson Martin. Top half of the 8th, Cardinals score 5 on 2 home runs and 6 total hits, no Cavalier errors. As another home run was hit by Ryan Chase, he went 2 for 2 in his last 3 plate appearances, them both being home runs. Bottom half of the 8th is where it all ended, as Keone Painter flew out to end the ball game. The loss will go to Benji Tucker of the resumption, as he gave up the majority of the runs. Of course, Zach Mizrahi was the one to start originally in the first half of the ball game, but of course he didn't appear, so his stats have been null and voided ever since. The win will go to Colby Seelig, who pitched the remainder of the innings, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So he pitched 3 complete innings this evening, picking up the win in one of the weirdest games I think the Valley Baseball League has seen. And by the way, final score is what you see on your screen. And that is the look that we have for this evening's ball game on the Sabermetrics post-game report. Just going to take a look around the Valley League, as it looks like there are no scores reported, as it looks like if these are makeup games, the Point Streak people used their original games as well. So no scores to report besides 1 game that went on, or rather didn't go on, as it was in a forfeit by Woodstock to the Stanton Braves at Gypsy Hill Park. That game was supposed to begin at 6 p.m. And of course, with a forfeit, it did not happen. And that is going to do it here for our coverage of this evening's ball game between the Front Royal Cardinals and the Culpeper Cavaliers. Again, the Cavaliers are victorious over the Front Royal Cardinals, wrong way around. The Front Royal Cardinals are victorious over the Culpeper Cavaliers. I thought I was saying the Cavaliers fall, but I said it the exact wrong way. It's been a long 18 days. I can tell you that for sure. The Cavaliers' next game will be here tomorrow evening, as they will take on the Waynesboro Generals here at CCHS in a South Division matchup. First pitch is set for 7 o'clock. And we will hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Sabermetrics pregame show. Again, carve out some time in your calendars and come and join us tomorrow evening. The Cavaliers President of Baseball Operations is Troy Ralston. Our Assistant General Manager is Brandon Mack. Our Coordinator of Player Recruiting is Danny Knox. Our Coordinator of Host Families is Anne-Marie Anderson. Our Host Family and Social Coordinator is Michelle Romero. The head groundskeeper is Brian Bailey, and my press box pals who join me this evening are Billy Mitchell, Justin Jackson, and Andrew Seagraves, and can't forget Steve Trapani being downstairs doing all the hard work that he does. The Cavaliers also like to thank all the volunteers in between and around this evening's game for their tireless efforts to help make tonight's 18 days a success. Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball is presented to you on the air by YouTube, the affiliate of the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. This live stream is copyrighted and owned by the Culpeper Cavaliers and the Valley Baseball League. The use of any copyrighted material in all forms of media without express written consent is prohibited. You can find all game and player statistics from tonight's game and all games in the 2025 season by visiting the Valley Baseball League's website at valleyleaguebaseball.com. And you can follow the Cavaliers all season long at Culp Cavaliers on your favorite social media platforms, those being Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Again, that is at CULP Cavaliers. If you don't do the social media, find us online at culpepercavaliers.org. Once again, your final score from this evening's 18 days of ball games, the Cavaliers fall to the Front Royal Cardinals 15-4. From Culpeper County High School, again, like to thank Andrew Seagraves for joining me on the broadcast. This is Cameron Whalen saying so long until tomorrow.
To have each other
You've been listening to Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
A wonderful thing, and through sound, comprehensive financial planning, Freedom Street at Stewart Partners can help empower you to make the most of yours. It all begins with the candid, relationship-building conversations that go beyond balance sheets and portfolios. We focus on the things that matter most to you in life: your dreams, your hopes, your loved ones, and your vision of the future. Get in touch with